So as you already read the title, right, it's going to be a practical workshop on data mining using Weka, and that is happening tomorrow Indian Standard Time from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. All right. So having said that, all right. So having said that, we are starting. Okay, we are starting right away. Thank you. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. Sorry, there's a little delay. Please, if it is delaying, if it's lagging, just feel free to let me know, okay, if it's lagging. That's why I kept another screen by the side just to monitor the status of the whatever, the broadcast. So I'm going to jump right into this stuff. Okay, I hope you should be able to see it. All right, I hope you should be able to see my screen. All right. So here there are some prerequisites. So the first thing I want all of you to just head to, maybe you can just take a note, or if you have your laptop, you can just head to this website, okay, Weka. So when you type Weka, actually, you are going to, she should redirect you to this. But in case if you didn't get that, okay, just ensure we need to download Weka, or you just type Weka download, all right? Now, why do we need this? So it's assumed that you have JDK installed, because again, this is built on Java. So in case if you are joining us for the first time, because actually I don't want to take his name, I don't want to take his name, despite emphasizing, reiterating so many times that you guys should first of all download JDK before installing Android Studio. Still, some of you will just go and install Android Studio before JDK. No problem. Now, since this is about the data mining whatever workshop tomorrow, I want you to ensure you have JDK installed, okay? So if you don't have, okay, if you don't know whether you have it installed or not, just type only this one thing, right? Just head to your command prompt, just type that, and that's it, okay? So if you maximize this, you could see, just type this guy, that's all. Java and Java C, that's it. Okay, so it's there, and we already know we have it installed and we have set the path. In case if you don't know what we are talking about, feel free to see the prerequisite course before on our Android playlist. Now get back here. JDK installed, you have it. Next, you need to download this tool. All right. Please don't go to SourceForge. Okay, I want you to take it from Weka itself. Okay. So tomorrow the whole discussion is going to happen in the class tomorrow. Fine. Now, if you get back here, you're going to see the requirements. You can feel free to go through the requirements. For that, I'm going to open it in a new tab while I go and grab this guy. Fine. Now, if you go here, you will see this. It will take you to the official repo, their GitHub repo. You can see it. Now you move to select the flavor, right? Or maybe your OS. Me, I'm a Windows user. You see here, I'm going to click on this. Now, so the reason we are saying this is, see, I have set up most of the stuff in the lab, but just in case there is an issue, right? Maybe some of you didn't have access to this PCs, so you can actually use your own laptops. And please, I will still inform you, okay? Okay, I will finalize on the arrangements and just tell you how many of you that should be bringing the laptops. I'll go now and count the PCs that are there, all right? And then check and be sure that all of them are actually working, all right? Fine. So you see here, right? Feel free, not, what many of you will do, you go and start giving your details. It's not really necessary, right? You see it here is downloading. That's all. Okay, you wait for it to download, and once it's done, you follow the installation, whatever. What do you call it? You follow the instructions to install it. So it's a simple thing. Just click next, and you are done. So these are the prerequisites, right? So when we are talking of Java 8 or older, we are talking of what? Latest version of Java. Fine. And you see, this 8 or older, we support JDK, and beg your pardon. We support almost everything, like various flavors of Weka. All right. So since that is done, guys, you just open up Weka. I want you to just, once you finish downloading it and install, and you are done with the installation, just ensure it is opening properly. Okay, so it should be there by default, because what happens at times, maybe if you change the installation path, you're going to get an error message. Okay, so this one is a notification. Don't worry, it says Weka GUI. Fine, no problem. So if you have if you encounter any problem or difficulty installing it, please feel free to just let me know. Okay, fine. Now this should be done in a couple of minutes, and that's it. So if you see here, you're going to see some stuff here. You see Explorer tab, Experimenter tab, and all whatnot. So all these things we're going to look at tomorrow. Okay, and then the Classify tab and all that stuff. Okay, now, so it's done. I'm not going to do anything now. I will just close this guy. Another thing I want most of you to understand is, you see, Weka is like Microsoft Excel. Okay, maybe I might be pronouncing it wrongly. How do you pronounce this guy? It's Excel, right? So in Excel, you basically, you can actually do your what? Data mining in Excel only. You can represent information in charts and all whatnot, okay? You can even use what we call conditional. You can see it here. It's called a conditional formatting, okay? You can use this also to represent some stuff, and you can actually write new rules, okay? You can write new rules in this. Now, think of a Weka as something like that, because Weka, you're not actually coding. So you are kind of performing some simple tasks by just doing some drag and drop and very minute coding. Very little coding is required. Now, after the Weka session, okay, or the workshop, we'll be transitioning to building similar models. Say, if you look at linear regression, look at logistic regression, and maybe like support vector machines, k-nearest neighbor. After we are done with all these things and we build it in Weka, using the GUI, what I want many of you to do is, I will give you the code. For now, you just run that in Python. And if, since I asked a couple of you, you said you only know about this IDLE, okay? So that is, I'm talking about IDLE, this one. So during your, in your 5th semester, you worked on this, right or wrong? Yes. So you worked on this, so you have this IDLE. Now, for most of the things I'm going to give you, it will be in .ipynb extension, right? So if it's going to be in .ipynb extension, I will need you to do one thing. I need you to download another word. Can we call it IDE? In this case, I want you to head to Anaconda, whatever, or website. Just type Anaconda, okay? So you just say Anaconda download. It's going to take you to consortium website, okay? Anaconda.com, something like that. It should be like this, okay? Or consortium, something like that. Something they call it. But anyway, you got the idea. Now we move to this Anaconda download, all right? You're going to see something like this, okay? Now, see, I have a registered account. I'm already a registered user, so I can actually sign in, okay? Now, I will leave this sign in, whatever, I'll do this later. For you, what you need to do is just click on download Anaconda, right? Now, if you see here, you're going to see it from, it will first of all point you to Windows. If you're a Mac user, I know some of you, okay, you can maybe, or you are a Linux user, feel free to change it. So this is Windows, by default is pointing to Windows. For Mac, obviously, if you click on that, it's going to move you, see, it will push you towards the footer part of the site, where you can actually take always advisable you take the 64-bit version. Okay, if your system is 32-bit, feel free to take this. Similarly, you can do the same thing here. All Mac OSs are 64-bit by default. Now, if you're a Linux user, fine. All right. So once that is done, guys, now what I want you to do is please ensure you create an environment. Very simple. This video will be there. Now, I will tell you what that virtual environment is without typing anything from the command prompt. I want this class to be very simple, and at the end of it all, you should be able to replicate whatever we do, okay? Remember, only when you do the practical, you'll be able to remember whatever you have done to a greater extent, okay? Let's say we built a linear regression model, all right? Maybe in this case now, multiple regression. That'll be able to predict the price of a house, given some parameters like the location. Let's say the house is in Bangalore, the size is like 300 square feet, okay, 600 square feet, and the house is newly built, so the age is just 1 year. So how much should we sell the house? Okay, so that would be a classic case of regression problem. Fine. Now, if we build that in Weka, I want you also to look at the Python code in Jupyter Notebook. So because of that, I want you to do one thing. Once you have finished downloading Anaconda, right, you will obviously follow next. The installation is very simple, okay? So once that is done, you just have to go to your search menu, just type Anaconda. Can you see that? Now, this will call up the IDE, kind of, okay? So you will see it here. Now, allow this to load, guys. Now, I will show you a couple of things, okay? So once that is done, you should be able to see your Spider, which is an IDE that you can actually use to run your Python code. You will see other stuff here, okay? Okay, no, remind me. But guys, please pay attention here. You will see in your case, I think everything will be green like this. Install. Because I have installed most of them, that's why I can see this option, launch. lunch, 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 lunch. Okay, you're not having lunch. Okay, so you're gonna see this. Even PyCharm also professional edition is here. But you remember what you are what maybe most of you must have used PyCharm IDE, right? Yes, to write your Python codes, or you must have used Visual Studio Code. So now I'll tell you why I'm talking about this, because I want you to do what? I want you to create a virtual environment, and I will tell you how we are going to start up that virtual environment in the class. So you come here, you see this option, right? Called environment. Okay, so you go to this environment, you're going to see something here, and I will tell you in the course of our machine learning challenge. Okay, I'll tell you why, what is a virtual environment, why you have to create it, and how you can actually delete and configure and do or whatnot. No problem. In your case, you're going to see only one called base root. Okay, please guys, am I still audible? Can somebody message me on WhatsApp, please? Can you still hear me? Please, on WhatsApp, just message me. Can you hear me now on WhatsApp? Okay, so I presume that, okay, that everybody is still on the same page. So what you do is, you come here, okay, you're going to get all this one. Only base will be there as root, and you see this play button, meaning that is, okay, thank you. Sorry, my WhatsApp is open on that. Okay, thank you. Enough, guys. So that means that, okay, this is started. Okay, this is the environment which I am in. Now you see this option, guys, called create. Just click on that. Okay, and now go back and give it a name. Call it DM. Okay, data mining and data warehousing. Okay, so by default, if you have various whatever Python versions installed, you will see it there. Now I have even to Python 3.10. So now I'm going to choose the default. Okay, fine. And then I click on create. Okay, now you see DMDW here, after which we're going to install some packages on them. All right. So this is almost done, guys, and you follow the install. You see this. Please patiently wait for this to be completed. All right. So what most of you will do is you just go and be clicking somewhere and say it's not starting. Okay. Just wait patiently, and it should be done in a while. All right. So this is done, and you see, no, remind me later. And you see this should turn green. Now it's grayed out, right? It's in gray color. It has turned green. Okay. Now if I go back to home, watch what happens here. So home Jupyter notebook is not installed. Can you see it, guys? Okay. Jupyter lab also is not installed. Okay. Now I have PyCharm community edition because I already installed it externally, and my Visual Studio Code was installed externally. Okay. What I mean by externally is, if I type here, you see VS Code. See there, Visual Studio Code is there. If I type PyCharm, you see it's already there. Fine. So I don't need all this now. I need Jupyter Notebook. So the reason I'm just giving you these prerequisites is I want everybody to be on the same page tomorrow. Now you click on install. All right. Okay, fine. And you can actually see Spider also is there. So once it's installed, I just want you to write only hello world program. Just one hello world and run it. And that's it. Okay, that's it. And what is the requirement actually? Okay, or what do you, system requirement. Even if you have a 2 GB of system, okay, maybe you have a 2 GB of RAM, obviously you'll be able to follow along. Okay, you don't need a GPU now, you don't need a high-end computer as well. All right, even a simple whatever called Intel Core i3 system will be able to, you should be able to follow. Okay, fine. Now I don't know why this keeps popping up. So you see now from install it has changed to what? Launch. I'm going to click on launch. Once I click on launch now, it should take me to an environment. Okay, so now I think this opened in a different page. I'm going to drag it and drop here. Okay, it's opened somewhere in my other window. Fine. So this is it. Now what you do is, to be sure you are following everything accordingly, you can create a folder on the desktop. Okay, so I'm going to do it here. I'll click on new. I'll say folder. Can you see that? Fine. Now I'm going to rename it. By default, it's going to come like Untitled folder. Please listen, guys. It will come as Untitled folder. Click on that. You see this option, rename. So you can call it Data Mining and Data Warehousing Workshop. Okay. Fine. So you click on rename and you are done. Now you have to go back there. Okay. And now you click on new. New what? I need Python 3. Okay. Cool. So if you get to Python 3 now, you just don't do anything, guys. Just leave it here. Now it says no model named. Don't worry, because I put something which we call what? Virtual environment. Sorry, a notebook extension. I beg your pardon. So maybe you can keep it like this. Just say workshop. Just rename it. That's it. Okay, workshop. And that's basically what we need for tomorrow. And just to ensure it's working, you can just say 2 plus 3. That's all. Okay, shift enter. Now you get 5. Okay, that's it. That's it. Or you say print KGF. Print what? Nama Maisuru. Okay, that's it. Maisuru over. Shift enter. Done. Okay, so what have we done? And I'm stopping here right away. So what did we do? First step is what? Installation of what? Can you tell? We installed what? Weka. Fine. So we installed Weka, and then I showed you how the UI should look like. After that, we headed to what? Anaconda, whatever. And in case, it's actually good if you sign up on Anaconda, okay? And I will tell you why. 1 minute. 1 minute. So, if you get back here, okay, if you get back here, you'll be able to see something here, okay? Once you sign up Anaconda, you should be able to see, you should be able to follow some of this. They have really good documentation here. Let me just show you how it will look like. So for you don't need to sign in, you need to sign up. Now you see here, right? Now it will tell you, say, get more from, maybe get more information on how to upload a notebook or something like that, and you get this rising thread securing your open source software pipeline, right? This is going to happen tomorrow also. This is Central European time, I think. You should be able to attend webinars that are entirely free. In this webinar, we will discuss lessons learned, blah blah blah. So I'll click on save my spot. It will redirect me to another stuff. In between, I can look at, see here, okay, how to kind of maybe information on how to do some stuff, things like this. You should be able to, you know, get an idea of what is happening in this place. Okay, now distributing your first package. Okay, most of their getting started pages are really helpful. Okay, that's if you are interested. It's not it's not compulsory. All right, so you get everything here and you can follow along. The tutorials are quite easy. So that is what we've done so far, and yeah, I'll be winding up for now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so what is it that I have to do now? I'm going to head to the class and then, or to the lab, I beg your pardon, and see if we have sufficient systems, and then I'll count and give you a proper count of how, you know, what the systems we have, and I'll message the remaining. I'll convert to you guys on WhatsApp. Okay, all right, so we wind up because, like I said, I'm not going to keep you for so long, and that's it for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, thank you. Okay, bye, and yes, see you guys. Bye.